All right. So as we talk about equanimity at this point, and really kind of talking about, equanimity being a state of mental calmness, composure, and evenness of temper, especially in a difficult situation. And so today's practice is one that is both recognized by modern as well as ancient wisdom, and talking about how the importance of equanimity is really this inner quality of balance and steadiness that can be nurtured with awareness and compassion. Two of the things that mindfulness practice can really help us to restore in each and every one of us. So it's important to note that equanimity is neither being detached nor idealized, but rather it's a very real engagement with what we're facing. And it enables us to kind of see clearly the changing weather patterns of our minds, as well as the dynamic changes, not just in the world, but also in our own lives as the pandemic runs its course. So equanimity helps us to understand that when we recognize and allow difficult thoughts, worries, and feelings, when we don't overly identify with them or cling to them, they will change and pass. We begin to understand that difficult moods and thoughts last longer when we fight them or over-identify with them. This is not about clever words or ideas. It's about an attitude of mind and also an awareness and knowing that we can train and cultivate equanimity in ourselves through our practice of mindfulness. So in today's practice, what we'll be doing is utilizing these 4 mantras to help us as our anchor and to bring us back to the present moment. So as we get ourselves ready for our practice today, I just want to begin our practice with putting on a little bit of background music for us. I know many of us have talked about how that is very helpful to kind of keep us in the present moment. And so allowing ourselves to find a comfortable position, one where we feel relaxed, yet dignified, one that embodies peace, yet one that is not likely that we will fall asleep in. And allowing yourself to find a comfortable position, closing your eyes if that feels right. And beginning now by taking just a few deep breaths. Allowing your breath to invite yourself to soften and connect, coming into your body and mind, feeling the support of the chair, the floor, the cushion beneath you. And just being in this moment. Equanimity is a wonderful quality. As Tony Bernhardt writes, every moment of equanimity is a moment of waking up from the delusion that things should be as we want them to be. Not only does equanimity bring calm to the mind and body, but balance to the heart as it minimizes suffering. Equanimity is what allows us to respond rather than react. and it combines our understanding of our mind and the compassion of our heart. So as we begin to cultivate this quality of equanimity, I'd like you to imagine a time when you felt even-minded and balanced. It could be a time you were about to yell, but instead took a pause, or a time that you felt in control, relaxed, and comfortable. See if you can bring to mind this time when you felt balanced, and notice what you can see. Notice what you can sense or feel what it was like. Maybe you can see yourself there in that moment, noticing what you heard, but most importantly, what you felt inside. And it's okay if nothing comes to mind. You can imagine a mountain that's solid, strong, and powerful. And see if you can recall a time when you felt the strength of a mountain, or simply imagine what that's like. As you reflect on this good feeling of balanced peacefulness, just allowing yourself to rest in this beauty and magnificence. Noticing for a moment how this makes you feel. And invite yourself to feel an inner sense of balance and ease. And begin by repeating to yourself silently, as I repeat out loud, may I be balanced and at peace. May I be balanced and at peace. May I be balanced and at peace. Continue to repeat this phrase to yourself slowly and quietly, almost like a soft or silent whisper. If at any point you notice that you are lost in thought or distraction, just simply noticing with kindness, and come back to repeating this phrase, may I be balanced and at peace. Returning back to your sense of breath and the comforts of your surrounding. May I be balanced and at peace. Now softly allowing this repetition to fade, remembering that all things arise and also pass. Joy, sorrow, and both comfortable and uncomfortable things come and they go. Just like with ourselves, the same is true for animals, for people, for relationships, and life. It is all impermanent. Zen master Suzuki Roshi reminds us that when you realize that everything changes and you find your composure within change, then you can find yourself in nirvana. It is this quality of equanimity that we are cultivating. It is where we find our peace, where we find our balance, and where we feel steady. As you allow those words to soak in, let yourself relax in the midst of change and allow yourself to repeat silently, may I be with change and equanimity. May I be with change and equanimity. May I be with change and equanimity. Again, allowing yourself to repeat this phrase. And each time you repeat this phrase, reminding yourself that you're no longer fighting against change. You're no longer willing life and circumstances to be different, but just yielding to it and allowing it to flow through you. May I be with change and equanimity. And noticing how that feels. Nice and easily, allowing that repetition to go. And feeling your mind more and more like a still, quiet lake. And now beginning to acknowledge that all beings, all living beings are on their own path. And although we can love and care for all of those living beings in our lives, remembering that we cannot control them. And just like all living beings, they experience love and joy, as well as suffering and sadness. So go ahead and call someone to mind who might be moving through difficulty. And as you do, begin offering the phrase, may you be balanced and in equanimity. May you be balanced and in equanimity. May you be balanced and in equanimity. Continuing to offer that phrase at your own pace and using it as your anchor. May you be balanced and in equanimity. Now finally expanding this field of balance and strength to the world and all living beings. And offering the phrase to all those that you can possibly imagine and picture and sense. May I bring balance and equanimity to the world. May I bring balance and equanimity to the world. May I bring balance and equanimity to the world. And using these final moments to expand this field wider and wider until it encompasses the entire globe. Allowing this phrase to really sink in and permeate through your entire being. May I bring balance and equanimity to the world. Allowing this phrase to fade and taking a moment now to sit in this power of stillness. Perhaps tapping into your body, returning to your breath, scanning from head to toe, just allowing yourself to sit beside whatever it is that is present right now. As our practice comes to a close, taking one deep inhale through your nose and out through your mouth. Repeating that one more time and just letting it all go. And remembering that each time that we take a moment to honor ourselves in this deep way, allowing this to be something that we not only do for ourselves, but that we bring into the rest of our day and therefore bring into this world.